Good evening. The Planning Commission meeting of July 20, 2022 is called to order. The Planning Commission meeting is being broadcast live on Glendale TV, viewable on Spectrum Cable, Channel 6, AT&T, UVerse, and Channel 99. Meetings are also streamed live in high definition on the city's webpage, glendaleca.gov/live, on youtube.com/myglendale, and on Apple TV, Roku, and Amazon Fire devices using a free app called ScreenWeave and choosing Glendale TV from the menu. Meetings are also archived on the city website for viewing anytime at glendaleca.gov/agendas. For public comments and questions during the meeting, please call 818-937-8100. City staff will be submitting the questions and comments in real time to the appropriate person. Current Planning Commission agendas are available by visiting our website at www.glendaleca.gov. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Tarachian,
Here.
Commissioner Fuentes,
Here.
Commissioner Manassian,
Here.
Commissioner Sabazian, Chairperson Lee.
Here. Okay, reports regarding posting of agenda, please.
The agenda for the July 20, 2022 regular meeting of the Glendale Planning Commission was posted on July 13th, 2022 on the bulletin board outside City Hall.
Thank you. Approval of minutes.
I'll entertain a first and a second for minutes.
So move.
I'll second it.
Thank you. Minutes are approved as submitted.
Any oral communications? I see none. Okay. Any comments from our fellow commissioners? Okay. Well, I do have one. We just had a nice visit to Korea, South Korea, with the mayor and the city manager in the week of end of June. So it was a really nice trip. So we did our, I guess, mission. Visited sister cities and the friendly cities there. So it was a good trip. So okay, next is the old business. Don't have any.
Old business.
Okay, new business. Item A is 520 and 534 North Glendale Avenue, tentative parcel map PPM 21125-229, GLN 1643. So who is?
Yes, Chairperson Lee. Eileen Babakani is going to present the case.
Okay.
Take it from there.
Good evening, everyone. This case, tentative parcel map application with tentative parcel map number GLN 1643, case number PPM 2112522 to consolidate 9 existing lots into one lot with a new combined total area of 55,844 square feet. The proposed project we will demolish the existing 17,794 square foot one-story commercial building, which is a retail store built in 1972, and a parking lot to the north of this property built in 1989 in order to construct a new 114-bed, 3-story, 85,505 square foot medical residential congregative facility with a 1-level subterranean parking garage to locate 51 parking spaces. The property is located in C2, which stands for Community Commercial Zone, and in High District 1 of this zone. The project received Design Review Board approval with condition on April 14, 2022, and the record of the decision, the DRB decision, can be found as exhibit number 6 in the staff report. The project also was exempt from CEQA review under a Class 32 infill development per CEQA guidelines section 15332 because the project meets all the conditions for an infill development project. The existing 62,254 square foot site is located on the northeast corner of Glendale Avenue and Doran Street, consisting of 9 lots with flat topography. The site is addressed as 520 North Glendale Avenue and 534 North Glendale Avenue. Each of these existing 9 lots on the project site has an irregular shape, which varies in size, ranging from approximately 1,003 square feet to 12,562 square feet. After re-subdividing of this 9 lots, one single lot with a size of 55,844 square feet would be created to be irregular in shape with a flat topography and to be a corner lot with approximately 226 feet of frontage along the property line and the Glendale Avenue and approximately 260 feet of frontage along Durham Street. The average lot size for properties within 500 feet radius is approximately 18,730 square feet, and an average commercial lot sizes for the commercial properties within 500 feet radius is approximately 41,820 square feet. The proposed tentative parcel map will improve the site by removing internal property lines and parcels that couldn't otherwise be developed individually due to their substandard sizes and configuration, and some of them being basically landlocked condition. The proposal also reduces the size of the existing combined 9 lots from 62,254 square feet to 55,844 square feet because of a required land dedication for a strip of land with 2.5 feet wide along Doran Street. Some other facts about this proposed parcel map is that the project involves approximately 15,500 cubic yards of cut and 200 cubic yards of fill for the subterranean garage, future subterranean garage. No exceptions from the subdivision code or any variance is required for this project, and there are no indigenous trees on the project site or in the immediate vicinity of the project. All utilities exist in the immediate vicinity, and municipal services adequately serve the existing and the proposed parcels. The proposed parcel map meets the findings required in Glendale Municipal Code, Chapter 16.24.010, because the proposed tentative parcel map is consistent with the elements of general plan. The site is physically suitable for the proposed development of the medical residential congregate facility. The design of the subdivision won't cause substantial environmental damage or substantially and avoidably injure fish or wildlife or other habitat. The design of the subdivision or the type of improvements won't cause serious public health problems. And also, this parcel map will not have any conflict with easements. However, there is a requirement for the easement to be provided on the site, and it's part of the conditions of approval. Therefore, planning division staff recommends that the Planning Commission approve this tentative parcel map number GL 1643 with a case number PPM 2112522 with no exceptions from the subdivision code Title 60 with conditions included in the draft motion, which are 79 conditions. And because the project meets They require subdivision map act findings. And the project also is consistent with the Glendale Commercial Development Review Policy. Details for draft findings and also conditions of approval are included in the motion. Before I conclude my presentation, I want to mention that there was an error in condition number 26. The last sentence wasn't complete there, and this will be corrected for the final decision. I'm going to read the complete sentence here. The plan shall also identify contractor information, hours of construction, construction worker, parking information, as well as the proposed haul road. And that concludes my presentation. Staff is available for any question.
And if
Thank
I
you.
could just, at this point, just add in, since we're talking about a few corrections, one part of finding E of the findings, that the Planning Commission has to make a finding approving to determine that the design or improvements of the proposed subdivision provides for future passive and natural heating or cooling opportunities to the extent feasible. If it's okay with the commission, we'd like to suggest adding that to the findings of the motion, and, point out that, in finding 10, additional Cal Green standards will be applicable to new construction on the proposed lot, and will also provide for energy efficiency and opportunities for solar energy use. So that is a way of finding sort of the passive heating and cooling. But we will add that to make that clear for the.
That was item 10, you said?
Item 10 is addressing the finding that you need to make, that this project provides for future passive and natural heating or cooling opportunities to the extent feasible.
Sure. So any questions for the staff? Okay, I don't see any. Can we have the applicant, Mr. Rania Khan, come up to the podium? Please state your name.
I will. Good evening, Chairman, Commissioners, and City staff. My name is Rodney Khan. My offices are located here in the city of Glendale. Our request is a very simple, very straightforward request. If we can go to the next slide. One more. Thank you. It's to take these 9 separate parcels, all different sizes, different shapes, different configurations. Some of them are actually landlocked parcels, and consolidate into one complete whole parcel. And you'll also see there, as part of our proposal, our project is to dedicate 2.5 feet of our site along Doran for street improvement purposes. And you'll also notice on the corner, there will be some dedication as well, and that relates to the ADA handicap ramp in that corner. Perfect. That's what I just spoke about. If you can go one more, that's great. So, as previously pointed out by Ms. Babakani, we went to the Design Review Board on April the 14th. We received approval for the project. We've addressed the conditions that the Design Review Board had for our project. So this evening is really only to clean up the property lines, unify this parcel, so that we have one consistent site. We've reviewed the 79 conditions of approval, including the modified condition number 26, and we agree to comply with all of them. With me this evening, I have Lindsay Ortega. She is our project manager, and I also have Robert Spagnolo. He is our civil engineer. So that's going to conclude our presentation. If you have questions, we will all be available to answer them. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions for the applicant? Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
We do have a speaker card here. Can we have Mrs. Keski?
Yeah,
Come up, please.
I got a little curious when I
read this paper.
Can you state your name and address, please?
Yeah, Mrs. Marilyn Keski at 444 Piedmont Avenue.
Thank you.
Yeah, our family's had a condo in the neighborhood for 47 years. And so with these words down here that say, the project is categorically exempt from CECA, I wonder what that exemption entails.
The staff will address that.
It says California Environmental Quality Act, it's exempt from.
Do you want staff to address that right now, or at this point, or you have
Well,
more to?
that's,
Yeah.
that was number, down here on my paper, something that says environmental determination. So I thought I had the curiosity to check into what that exemption is, what the rule says.
Thank you. We'll be happy to explain that. We'll turn that over to the staff.
So that refers to California Environmental Quality Act, and this project was reviewed in detail to see if it can be met all the conditions of the infill development as set in California Environmental Quality Act per section 15332. And this exemptions from CEQA was prepared and submitted to the design review board members. They reviewed and they approved this, and also this was posted in our website and also was recorded with the county as an exemption. So each project needs to be basically reviewed to see if it meets the findings and guidelines of this CEQA. This project as well was reviewed and was studied in detail to see if it meets all these findings. There's an attachment to the staff report which refers to this infill exemption from CEQA. If you can read that, all these findings, it's there, and it's explained why it is exempt.
Mrs. Keski, does that explain?
It doesn't exactly clarify what this.
Let's not have debate without microphones
Yeah.
and
It doesn't say what
finish your comment.
quality this maybe would it be exempt from following CEQA? And what does CEQA say they must follow?
It's California Environmental Quality Act. That stands for that.
And what do they tend to represent?
If I could jump
For
in, planning
safety.
commissioners. So the
Yes, please.
California Environment, Yvette Nukian, Senior Principal Assistant City Attorney for the City of Glendale. So the California Environmental Quality Act is comprehensive legislation that regulates, that mandates review of every single project that a local agency undertakes. A project typically is a building project. Someone's building something. So that undergoes review. And if there are certain findings met that there aren't significant impacts, I'm oversimplifying this, then it can be, it can qualify as a certain categorical exemption under the California Environmental Quality Act itself. The California Code of Regulations sets forth all these exemptions, and there's a whole slew of exemptions. So Class 32 is just one out of very many exemptions, and this project qualifies. If it did not qualify for an exemption, it might undergo a different type of CEQA review, which would be either a negative declaration or an environmental impact report, an EIR. But this project does not need to go to be studied further. It does not need a negative declaration or an EIR. It is of such a nature, and I can't really go into every reason why because it's a literally 5-page document at the end of the staff report. But there's a few boxes it needs to check before it can be exempt, and this project qualified as an exempt project.
Thank you, Ms. Nukian, for a thorough explanation. Mrs. Keski, if you need to get further explanation, staff will be happy to provide all those information to you. I think Ms. Nukian has explained the process about CEQA exemption. So if you don't have any further
Yeah, I
questions.
just imagine that our property values might be affected by this big building that might have quite a few ambulances waking us up.
Okay, that is something that applicant, if choose to, might address. So, do you have any more concerns or about this project?
No, but I just didn't know it was so, so booky, so clouded with pages and pages and pages of not simple explanations.
Well, thank you, Mrs.
Yeah,
Keski.
curiosity.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you.
Applicant, if you choose to, rebut or choose to explain about the ambulance.
Chairman and Commissioners, considering what we're doing here this evening for a parcel map, the ambulance really doesn't factor into the decision here or for the purview of this commission. But in terms of just laying that to rest, we will not be having a series of ambulances coming and going from our site. It's a very respected organization. The way it's run is very professional. And if anything, as it relates to the property values, it would increase property values in the area. So I'll conclude my remarks on that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Khan. Yes, it's not under purview of this meeting here, but, thank you for volunteering to answer that question. So if we don't have any more comments, then we'll close the public hearing and go into a deliberation. If you don't have any comments, then I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
I'll second it.
Can you read the motion into the record then?
Sure. Moved by Planning Commissioner Trakchin, seconded by Planning Commissioner Manassian, that upon consideration of tentative parcel map number GLN 1643, TPM case number PPM 2112522, to consolidate 9 existing commercial lots into 1 commercial lot, and after reviewing the records, files, reports, and all documentary evidence submitted with regard to said tentative parcel map from the subdivision code to allow the creation of 1 new commercial lot, parcel A addressed as 520 and 534 North Glendale Avenue, future 901 East Durand Street. The Planning Commission hereby approves the tentative parcel map subject to subdivision code and compliance with the 79 conditions listed below, along with the few modifications made by staff earlier in the meeting.
Thank you.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Tratchian,
Yes.
Commissioner Fuentes,
Yes.
Commissioner Manassian,
Yes.
Chairperson Lee.
Aye. So with vote of unanimous vote, it passes. So next item is Community Development Department updates.
Commissioners, I have no formal updates, but we will have our next regularly scheduled Planning Commission meeting in August.
Okay.
So look
Thank
forward to
you.
an agenda soon.
Do you know approximately what day in August? I'll be gone till August 4th, so.
It is the first week of August. Give me 10 seconds. It is August 3rd. August 3rd.
Third.
You have to excuse me, I'm out of country.
Good to know.
Where are you
Good to know.
going?
Thank you.
Okay, so I will entertain adjournment.
Move to adjourn.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
You.
Your best intentions end up hurting.